When the classification map goes live in March 2025, it will rate coastal waters based on their suitability for aquaculture development. Originally intended for fish farms, today the minister had an update for industry.
We are expanding the coastal classification system to include shellfish aquaculture.
In future, marine plants like seaweed and kelp will be added to the platform.
I hope it'll give the picture that there's science to support where aquaculture sites go and where they're not appropriate.
The minister's announcement caught industry off guard. Can you tell me what this means?
Well, to be honest, we're not quite sure. It's the first that we're hearing about it. I think it's really intriguing.
Michelle Sampson says companies need to know more. Will suitability differentiate between types of shellfish?
I think it's more or less just understanding what the use case of including shellfish and marine plants is going to be. Is it going to be deciding that there are certain areas in the province that will be useful and certain areas that will be no-go for shellfish? I think that's mostly the concern here, is what exactly the use case is.
Oyster and mussel farmers have been lobbying for a more streamlined approval process, arguing they are less impactful on the environment than fish farms. Ernie Porter just received approval for an oyster farm in Antigonish Harbor. It was contested by local opponents, the subject of a documentary, and a hearing before the Aquaculture Review Board that spanned months.
The amount of scrutiny through this process is out of proportion with the amount of risk. Oyster aquaculture and shellfish aquaculture in general is considered by industry, academia, government to be high value, low risk. But it was forced through a process that would be appropriate for high risk situations.
Shellfish farmers say the review process should match what's being reviewed. The province has made no decision on that. Paul Withers, CBC News, Halifax.